An engineer dies and reports to the pearly gates. St. Peter checks his dossier and, not seeing his name there, accidentally sends him to hell. Doesn't take long before the engineer becomes rather dissatisfied with the level of comfort in hell. He soon begins to design and build improvements. Shortly thereafter, hell has air conditioning, flush toilets and escalators. Needless to say, the engineer is a pretty popular chap. One day God calls Satan and says with a sneer, "So how are things going in hell?" Satan replies, "Hey, things are going great. We've got air conditioning, flush toilets and escalators. And there's no telling what this engineer is going to come up with next." "What?" God exclaims. "You've got an engineer? That's a mistake. He should never have been sent to hell. Send him to me." "Not a chance," Satan replies. "I like having an engineer on the staff and I'm keeping him." God insists, "Send him back or I'll sue." Satan laughs uproariously and answers, "Yeah, right. And where are you going to find a lawyer?" I expect all engineers and lawyers to grace the sunshine box, please. Now, as you know, I run the National Office for Community Law. I have a fair bit to do with lawyers, and I thought I'd give you a quick test. So, how many clients use community law services each year? Got any guesses? 100,000? I heard 250. We can't go higher than that. Yes, the number is 250,000 people a year. But don't worry, there's still plenty of money to be paid to private lawyers so they can pay up again. So what is the main problem that most clients seek advice on? Any suggestions? Family? Anybody else? Debt? Debt? Oh well, the answer is family, followed by employment. Criminal is at the bottom, and often very lucrative for private lawyers, so they can pay up again today. So what percentage of households in New Zealand are eligible for community law services? Got any idea? 20. Oh, she's pumping, this woman. 20? Anybody else? 20. Yes, the answer is 20. 20% of all households are eligible. They are in the bottom quintile of household income. Now, none of you are in that bottom quintile of household income, so you can all pay up. And lastly, what percentage of lawyers in New Zealand volunteer for community law? 0.5? Any other guesses?
At some point in your career or at a given point in time?
No, at any time during their career.
3%.
3%, okay. Anybody better than 3%? No, that's the top. Well, I'm sorry, you're actually all wrong, and you can all pay up. In fact, it's 10% of lawyers in the legal profession. Which I have to say is an impressive percentage for any professional group. I don't know if we see 10% of doctors or dentists or any other professional group. So good on them and thank you. So finally, a doctor, a lawyer and a Rotarian in charge of fundraising all die and arrive at the pearly gates about the same time. St. Peter tells them they may have one thing each as they enter heaven. The doctor is first and asks for $1 million. This is given and he proceeds to enter heaven. The lawyer, not to be outdone, asks for $2 million. Very well, says St. Peter, and opens the gate to heaven for the lawyer. Finally, it is time for the Rotarian, who has just finished a sergeant's fundraising session for the Sunshine Box. St. Peter asks her what she would like to take to heaven. The fundraiser moves up very closely to St Peter and in a soft voice says, "If it's not too much trouble, could I just have the names of those 2 people who were ahead of me?" So look, I'm not entering the pearly gates anytime soon. So you all are going to have to pay up in the meantime. Thank you.